Greetings and welcome to another exciting episode of Let's Play Overlord with the Raising Hell expansion. Right, we just finished killing a mother pumpkin, so now it's time to claim our prize. Finish off the rest of these pumpkins. No pumpkin shall stand in my way.
What's that, sire? Ooh, it looks like a piece of the forge.
Now,
Of course, it's a mold. This will allow you to create a unique item in your forge, sire. Won't that be nice?
indeed it would be very nice. Now, offhand I couldn't remember the exact name of this particular mold piece. I know it was an axe from the shape of it, so I guessed that it was the Axe of Confusion. So let's see if I'm correct when Nal tells me what it is.
Oh, it's a mold for the Axe of Confusion, my lord. Strike with this weapon, and you have a random chance of spreading a little extra panic and mayhem amongst your enemies.
Yeah, fine and all. So I guessed correct, and do note I know this with hindsight. At the time I didn't know for certain. Now, we've got a couple of those ghouls again with golf clubs. So let's cut our path.
Lose! Choose all!
Once again, this isn't really that difficult to combat. Now that I have ample minion colors.
Oh!
Now, I do sorta know what I need to do. But the actual putting it into practice is still a little bit tricky.
He's charging, sire. Must think you're food.
And once again he does that dumb rolling move, which kills almost half of my minions. Alright, so I need to restock. Whilst he just goes there, explodes. And I'll just try this section again.
Browns.
A little bit of a mistake about how many minions I actually need. Once again he kills all my reds.
Greens. Blue.
Most of my blues.
You choose all.
So now that I have taken care of the ghouls, I put my minions up here for safety's sake. And I'll just confront the fat bastard myself. In my demonic, in my overlording presence. Now the game is kind enough to give you a direction. Luckily being hit by him doesn't really hurt as much. It just knocks you over. And then he explodes. So if you stand near those flags, you will pretty much improve your chances of him bouncing in the right way. Because the goal is to get him to the hole which is near that gate. But of course, this being Melvin, he's not being very cooperative. So this will take a few tries. Come on, Melvin. Follow the Overlord. Now that seems to be almost perfect. And he just misses the hole. So close. Fortunately my minions are safe up there. Alright, so we try again. Come on, Melvin. And it's almost a hit. It's even so close that the game thinks it is correct. So we try again. And this time it is correct. Our path is clear. Now, offhand, I'm hoping here that this isn't a golf course game with 18 holes. I know it isn't, but this game will get this mini game will get trickier as you go along. So first, again, we need to clear out these ghouls.
Blues, reds, browns, greens, browns.
I set up my minions in advance and just wipe the floor with them. So now that that's over with, I once again park my minions here for safety. And I go see what Melvin is doing. Trying to figure out how this golf course is laid out. And to find out where the hole exactly is. And the hole is pretty much where he's standing. So I need to get him to loop around. And this is a bit tricky to figure out, actually execute, not figure out, because you figure out pretty much right away what you need to do. Getting him to do it is rather a bit more harder. Right, so I've almost got it correct. I've managed to get him through here, then got hit. But there's so much luck involved in getting him at the exact right angle. And this almost seems to work, and then he just randomly bounces off the wrong fence, forcing a reset. So here we go once again. And this is almost correct, but once again, he's just a few degrees off the right angle to make the circuit. Fortunately, this isn't very dangerous, it's just time wasting actually. And here we have it. On to the next hole. Call the minions, for I expect once again at the next point that there's some ghouls standing in between me and the goal.
I'm gonna sneeze. It's all down my front now.
Now and here we switch from golf to pong. This takes me a moment to figure out, since it's been a while since I've played this level. Alright, so here we have a wheel without the spokes. The spokes are all behind those breakable walls, but you can't get to them unless Melvin breaks them all.
Browns.
So now I take a few of my minions, attach them to the wagon, or at least at first I'm hoping to try to pick up the spokes as the walls break, but quite immediately I figure out that isn't gonna work, as the walls immediately recover themselves. Melvin is just gonna bounce in a straight line like this. Alright. Now comes the difficult challenge of actually moving this cart to have the exact right angle, using pretty much the same physics as Arkanoid or Pong, to bounce Melvin into the exact right angle. And I'm making it harder on myself by not standing in the center, thus making it difficult to see exactly where Melvin is bouncing to. Also, there's quite a bit of lag between what you want your minions to do and actually getting to do it. Fortunately, it doesn't really matter that Melvin explodes here. He doesn't do any damage to your minions. But it gets so close every time I try this. And this puzzle can be quite frustrating to solve, though. I'll admit that. Because if you get Melvin stuck so that he can't roll anymore, then he resets. So once again, we move that around. And the camera is bothering me to a great deal here. Because I can't see what I'm doing. And that's 3 walls down. Now I'm desperately trying to get the 4th one to hit. Of course, Melvin doesn't come at me at the right angle. And when he loses momentum like that, he resets. Right. So we prepare again. And still I'm not moving to the center. That's 2 down. Oh. The camera really is the biggest hindrance in this game. Fortunately, there's no instant game over if he passes your paddle. Right, that's the 3rd wall down. And he falls. Alright, now I move to the center so that I can more easily keep track of what Melvin is doing without having to move the camera all the freaking time. But it still is a pain to move this the wagon to get Melvin to hit the gates. Because Arkanoid never moved this sluggishly. Plus it's very easy to get Melvin caught between the walls and your wagon. And then he does something like this, which makes no sense. Like, it's completely randomized how many times he'll bounce. Very frustrating. But we'll soldier on, because if we don't solve this puzzle, we don't get the prize. And here we get him stuck between the wall and the wagon. Quite annoying. Fortunately, we have an infinite supply of Melvins. Getting used to angle. You see, and that makes no sense. That wasn't even 2 bounces. He shouldn't have done that. Once again, he stops bouncing for no apparent reason. The camera will still occasionally protest my movements, but I think I'm very close to solving this now. I hate it when he bounces like this. And then for some odd reason he bounces up again. Kills 2 walls. Then he starts bouncing down again. Then moves up again. And I can't control that. Really, really strange. Now I'm trying to get a sideways hit, so he will bounce at a sharper angle, ensuring that he hits at least 1 gate. Hits the 2nd one. Trying to keep track of him is still tricky. He hits the third. He's so close. Come on, Melvin. And then he resets again. Right, so we're going again for an edge hit. Bounce once. Second bounce. Gives another one. Hits in the wrong direction, but he's still bouncing. Third gate down. And now we need him to bounce all the way to the other side. And he resets again. You could go mad playing this game. Fortunately, I didn't go mad, but still. Right, second gate down. Come on. Come on, Melvin. You can bounce. You can do it. Oof. Almost got stuck again. And then suddenly hits both gates without prompting it. And that finishes this puzzle. Now you can safely go down there and collect all the spokes. And all the treasure if you can get to it.
You choose all.
Right, so now to get all my minions to bring the spokes to the wheel.
All.
And break these crates. And treasure containers. Plenty of gold. And for some reason I can't sweep them up there to pick up that mana bottle. No, they won't do it. They'll pick up anything else, but they will not pick up the mana bottle, so I'll just... Oh, screw this. I'm out of here. Because by now the spokes will have been put in place. So it's time to open the door. And here we face Melvin for the final time.
Let's see how Melvin fares on an eternal diet of dirt and earthworms. Actually, a nice juicy earthworm can be rather yummy.
Sure now, Gnarl. Now for the true prize of the abyss. We need to go this way.
That glowing object must be the key to controlling this abyss, sire. Keep those wraiths distracted and return it to the tower gate.
Now what Null here says here is a little bit misleading. You actually just need to kill all the wraiths. Which I called ghouls before, sorry about that. To get to the Abyss Stone. I thought for a moment that they would be infinitely spawning, but that's not actually true. Yes, just a couple of waves. Of course, this isn't really the truly annoying bit. So I'm thinking, I'm home free, I've got this. Why would it give me minion portals here? I didn't lose anything. So I take the Abyss Stone, start moving out. I'm figuring there might be an ambush of wraiths on my way back. When all of a sudden,
They're trying to destroy the Abyss Stone, sire. Stop them. You choose
these miserable
all.
peasants start trying to stop my fun. And the Abyss Stone is taking heavy damage. Of course, all the minions carrying it are either killed or no longer on the stone. So I'm desperately trying to keep it alive. But of course, in the meantime, there's peasants dropping in from all sides. And I'm running out of minions because they're fighting in all the wrong places. So I try to set up a defense here now. But there's just too many peasants falling in for me to keep them away from the Abyss Stone, and they keep hacking at it. Causing me to lose. Which ends the episode rather annoyed. Pitifully. So I'll see you all next time.